We went pick out all.
All right, most sign Christ, clap it up. We in the building. It's the Israelite School of UPK, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under commanding Jerry Yohana. We've been teaching this truth since 1969 that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are in fact the true biblical Jews of the Bible, and that our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand?
That's right.
We got a lot in the news, of course. We're gonna bring to your feed, what's really relevant and what we should be focused on or what have you. This is the One West News Desk. I'm your host, Captain Zaparia, along with
Officer Mathum.
We're gonna start the show off with some local news today. Came up on my feed, Mathum. Pride Month, right. Mayor Brandon Scott supporting it. It was gross. It was actually. You want to play the video?
Yeah, let's look at that.
Let's look at this video real quick. Had all the city workers in it, and they made sure they had the black city workers too, Mathum.
Yeah.
They made sure.
I like everybody think about it too, right? Juneteenth was actually before Pride Month.
Mm-hmm.
They encapsulated Juneteenth with Pride Month. They gave the LGBTQ community a whole month. Gave us 1 day. Now, I'm not saying that we celebrating Juneteenth, because Juneteenth is a celebration of being free. You understand? And we are people that believe we're free, but we still enslaved. You understand? And we still enslaved by the simple fact that we don't own anything in our communities. We don't teach our own children. We're not building our own communities. As a matter of fact, every nationality of people comes to America, and they have their own communities. You understand? Where they own, they run, and they create the rules and the laws within their community. You understand? They have their own people securing their community. But we are the only people who say we have black neighborhoods or black communities, but we are policed by our oppressor and the heathens. You understand? We don't control the laws in our own neighborhoods. You understand? We don't police our own neighborhoods. You understand? We don't create rules and regulations in our own neighborhoods. You understand? And like I said before, you understand, they gave us 1 day and encapsulated it with the LGBTQ. So at the end of the day, how much Juneteenth stuff have you heard thus far? But everything is about LGBTQ. You understand? Once again, we've been phased out. Right after they gave everybody Juneteenth, what was that, 4 years ago, sir? When we walked that, when they
made it a national holiday.
Made it a national holiday.
Not too long ago.
And now it's being just wiped away, just like they did those black military the black military things.
Oh yeah,
all of the achievements of of blacks in the military.
They wiping away all that honorary plaques
and everything. Well, just as they wiped that away, they wiping away Juneteenth encapsulated in LGBTQ. You want to play that, sir?
Let's play this real quick. This came across my feed, and it was absolutely disgusting. But before we start, y'all see right here, that is the Baltimore of Maryland. I think they can see this too. That right there is the Baltimore of Maryland. Born in Baltimore, he always
Chemical Road.
Chemical. I'm West Baltimore. All Baltimore up.
Park Heights and Belvedere. That's where he was raised at.
Word.
Yeah.
That's a very I would say monumental area for Baltimore.
Yeah.
Especially for black folk. Through many generations. And we have here again Mayor Brandon Scott showing his support for so-called Pride Month. Let me play this here, and y'all put in the chat what y'all think about this. Here we go.
Happy Pride, Baltimore.
On behalf of all of us at the Baltimore Police Department, Happy Pride, Baltimore.
Happy Pride, Baltimore!
Happy Pride, Baltimore from your street sweeping crew.
Happy Pride, Baltimore from DOT!
Happy Pride, Baltimore from the Mayor's Office of LGBTQ Plus Affairs.
Happy Pride, Baltimore.
Let me pause that there. You had something? Go ahead.
Listen, check this out. It's so bad. I want everybody to think about this. When that thing hit, when Juneteenth hit and they made it a national holiday, how many commercials did we see like that for Baltimore? You understand? I want everybody else to really think about the commercial that you just saw. It got so heavy that they changed the colors of the Baltimore City police cars just for LGBTQ. That shows you that we are in support of the LGBTQ community.
They are in support.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about.
Come.
I'm talking about that's what they're saying is that we, not us as UPK, but
I got you.
as far as the Baltimore City Police Force is in support of LGBTQ month, of LGBTQ period. None of this we saw none of this for Juneteenth. And we got to understand this too, right? Baltimore City is a majority Black city. And for us not to get the respect, and I'm not saying that we supporting a holiday in Juneteenth. I'm not saying that we standing up and supporting it. But look at what lengths they go to support something that is destructive to the Black community. And I'm speaking of LGBTQ. You understand? It's destructive to the Black community. But anything that's destructive to the Black community, our oppressor supports. You understand? And anybody that sits within Baltimore city government, state government, or any government across this country, in order for them to last in any point particular time, you have to be in support of what our oppressor supports. You understand? And with this commercial, we see exactly what our oppressor supports, and we see all of the faces that they put on the cover. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did see some oppressors in there, but it was majority us. Mm-hmm. You understand? And they put the majority of us in these pictures and photos and videos and things like that to get more of us to support something that the Most High does not support.
If I could also, more and more over and over again, I keep saying they trying to incorporate that community, that gay community within Blackness, like it's tied together or something.
Right.
Even with their flag, they put a black and brown, a black stripe and a brown stripe to try to incorporate the Negro movement or what have you, or the Black movement within the LGBTQ community, right, when it is two totally separate things. And as a matter of fact, that LGBTQ community is this would dismantle, Black liberation,
right,
and Black prosperity,
right.
You understand? It is absolutely an immoral act. And I'm gonna let you know something. We're gonna bring some more. I'm gonna bring an article up in a second. Mayor, yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. Give me 1 second. Mayor Brandon Scott, right? He is deliberately pushing for Baltimore to be Sodom and Gomorrah. Mm. He's tied in. He's being woven in this political war against Blacks and Hispanics. Mm-hmm. Where happened to all those Christian values?
Right.
I just saw a video. I was disgusted. Governor Westmore at a Christian church. I'm waiting to see his push for LGBT, because you know what's coming. Let me get this to you real quick. Bear with me 1 second, all right?
Holiday.
Bear with me 1 second here. But they got it. They have it at the end of this video. It appeared to be a sister saying they have an office with them.
Yeah.
They have an entire wing to push homosexual activity, sodomy in Baltimore City. And listen to this, madam. That means they on a payroll to push their gayness.
Right.
They on a payroll to push male on male sex. They're on a payroll to push woman on woman sex. And our tax dollars are going to this sodomy. And I know it's why are you saying it like that? Why are you not saying LGBT? We got to be straightforward here.
Right.
We're not gonna get a point. Use all these terms they using gender fluid, being gender fluid or fluid with their language.
Right.
It's sodomy. It's gay sex, and the mayor is pushing it. Let me get this to you while Ryan belongs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's terrible the way it's being pushed on us. You understand? Like I said, they using all kinds of, propaganda within the commercial. You understand, to make us believe. And like I said, when you go to the point where you change the colors of the Baltimore City police car just to push it, you understand?
Find out when Juneteenth is for me real quick. We're gonna see if they're gonna take that gay flag off and put a black fist on.
You say you want
when Juneteenth is.
Oh, okay.
I'm still sending this to you too. And put the African American flag, right?
Oh, that's Friday coming up.
Let's see what they do Friday, Madonna.
That's Friday.
Let's see if Mayor Brandon Scott come out with a statement for Juneteenth, or Governor Westmore, all these black politicians, right? Where's the black wing in the mayor's office?
Right.
For black prosperity, black and Hispanic prosperity. Let me get this to you real quick, man.
None of that. You understand? And listen, this is the problem too. When we talked about this a few years ago, we always accept the little crumbs that fall from the table, and all the other heathen nations, they get a slice of the pie. You understand? We get the crumbs, and we accepting of the crumbs. And this is the reason why they giving us the things that they're giving us, because they know we'll accept anything as a token. You understand? Even just like every year. Every so many years, and it's always around election time when they start talking about reparations. And whoever talks about reparations first, that's who black people vote for.
Right.
You understand? Every time a crumb falls from the table, we immediately snatch it. You understand? As opposed to backing off and letting these oppressors fight amongst each other. We say this every time we get up here. We always say that you don't see Asians run into the voting poll. You don't see the Arabs run into the voting poll. And think about what the Arabs own in every black city in America. They own all the chicken spots. They own damn near all the pizza spots now, except for the ones that are in Italian communities. You understand? The East Indians, everybody knows the East Indians own all the Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh.
You understand?
And the hotels.
And the hotels. Ain't that? And how did that happen? You understand what I'm saying? Listen, they're building communities off what's being given to them by the oppressor. We don't have the ability to build communities off the scraps that we get falling from the table of our oppressor.
Listen, you can thank Martin Luther King for that too.
How about that?
Thank Martin Luther King. Who else? Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, all these cats and that was a part of that movement. They made sure our money went elsewhere.
Yep.
They had a problem with Pennsylvania Avenue and Jonathan Avenue here in Baltimore. They had a problem with that. They wanted to make sure. Imagine Martin Luther King right now. They would be doing a sit-in.
Yeah,
a sit-in in your local Korean shop. for love and prosperity.
Right.
Jamal Brown, he just waiting to come out saying we got to end this boycott, and just like he did with Target prematurely.
Right.
No, man.
But we allow everybody to put their foot in our back.
Mhm.
You understand? We allow everybody to kick us when we down. You understand? We always accepting of, and we the only community, or we're the only people that say, well, we all got to get along. And then when we see all these other nationalities that refuse to get along with other nationalities, we the only one that believe that we supposed to be one big melting pot. And because we believe that, we the only community of people that don't have anything within any of the communities. We don't own anything. Think about the houses that we live in. We renting from oppressors.
Yeah.
Think about the stores and the community of stores that we go to. The Arabs own damn near all the corner stores too.
They're extorting us.
Yeah, exactly. You understand? You got the Chinese people selling us chicken wings and fries and all of that type of stuff. The Arabs own all of the hip hop chickens. I mean, think about, right?
Can I add something real quick?
Go ahead, sir.
And before the philosophies and doctrines of Martin Luther King and the civil rights movement, we had those shops.
Yep.
We had our nail salons, we had our hair salons, our beauty supply stores,
Supermarkets.
I mean, think about any necessity a community needs to thrive and be successful, or just have those basic necessities. Black people had them. You need a butcher, you need a fisherman, you need a bakery, you need a tailor, and the list goes on. And we had all of those things.
Let me ask a question, right? Why did we have all of those things?
Mm-hmm.
Why did we have them all? We had all of those things because nobody wanted to deal with us. And the thing about this, right? During the Great Depression, because nobody wanted to deal with us, we were the only people in America prospering. We were the only people that were becoming millionaires during the Great Depression.
They wouldn't let us put our savings in the bank, so we had cash.
We had cash. We had everything that we needed. And the thing about it is, we knew at that time that we had to rely on each other. Listen, the scriptures say, gather yourself together, O nation not desired. Zephaniah 2:1. We understood that we were a nation of people that were not desired. And when you're not desired by everybody else, you desire your own people. When you can't give love to all of these other nations, you have enough love to pass around to your own people. That's why we prosper. You understand? Look at us now. All love, all happiness, we all got to get along. You understand? And that's been that's been a main saying for us since the 90s. We all get along?
Right.
We're the only people that say that. Think about this. When have you ever heard an Asian say that?
Right.
When have you ever heard an Arab say that? Even the Africans don't say that. The Africans know that we need to stick with other Africans. You understand? Well, the scriptures say even that got its limits, right? Because they even down there in South Africa, they want with each other. Yeah, right. They trying to get the Somalians out. They trying to get the Kenyans out, and the what's the other Nigerians, the Kenyans out. Just what Cap's saying right now, they trying to get other African nations out, and that goes to show you all of those blackity black people that be telling you that the Africans get along in Africa, everything is so beautiful and hunky dory and all of that. It's a goddamn lie. We seeing Africans warm with each other, trying to kick other Africans out. Oh. You understand? So this is the time that we need to bring ourselves together. You understand? I think it was what is that? Acts chapter 4, 31 through 35. It tells us just how to build a nation. Remember the word ethno-aggregation? Yeah. It's when a culture, a people come together by culture or language, bring their resources together and build themselves up outside of all the other nations, not needing any other nations. Well, that's what happened during the Great Depression. Well, This is a Great Depression coming upon us again. You understand? And this is going to be the greatest depression right here that's coming up. Because with that war over there in Iran,
we already in it. And it's
about
going to get worse.
It's about to get bad. It's about to get bad.
Now look, we're going to get back on these articles.
Yeah, go ahead.
But
is this the
Mayor Brandon Scott can't see what is unable to comprehend what we're saying. He's so woven into the oppressor's politics,
right?
That he making a video like that talking about happy pride. What happened to them Christian values?
Right. How about that?
He just went out the window, right?
Right. But if I'm not mistaken, them Christian values are tied right into LGBTQ.
I mean, come on, we can talk about
Christian
values.
So he kind of right though, right? Because it ties right into Christianity. You understand?
They allow it.
Look at exactly. You know,
that's the department.
Yeah, department.
Okay.
Mayor's office.
Well, this is not even necessarily an article, but this is on the Baltimore City website. We'll share this with the audience real quick here. I'll check this out real quick.
You got a resource. Listen, hold up. Listen, I didn't even see this. They got a resource guide. So if you need help with anything as an LGBTQ community person, they have resources for you to go to get help. You understand? And it's bad because they make Black people go flip through hoops and all kinds of stuff with resources. You understand what I'm saying? They make it so easy, and it's like
real quick. Hey, shalom to everybody that's checking on online. We see the water for the comments, the water for the likes. Get these likes up for me, man. And make sure y'all hit that subscribe button too. But
they make sure that resources are readily available, and they make it easy for communities like this.
Hold on, real quick. Somebody, Jackson fan, she said, "How can I attend y'all school in that? We got a school in Nashville, Tennessee. Go to
Soccer War.
Go to ISUPK.com. We present all throughout the United States. So you go to ISUPK.com or leave us a message. We'll get back to you on this. On, I think she Facebook. Hit us a DM. We send you everything that you need. All right. But we all. I think we in Memphis. We in Nashville.
Right.
We all down there in Tennessee. Also.
I think it's 2 schools down there.
Two schools down there.
Down there
in Memphis. So you're in the right spot. We're gonna hook you up. But until hit the DM and also go to ISUPK.com for more information. All right. But let us get this article here, because after I seen that that video that the mayor office pushed out, at the end of it they snuck that little we got an office of boom 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 boom. So what y'all seeing right here on the screen is a link to that office.
Right.
Mayor's Office of LGBTQ Affairs. They're dishing out tax dollars to make sure Sodom
stays
Sodom is prosperous
right,
in Baltimore City. It should be the total opposite. Let's read this and this is from the BaltimoreCity.gov. Go ahead, let's get some more.
It says Mayor's Office of LGBTQ Affairs.
This is under your mayor.
Right.
Mayor Brandon Scott. Go ahead.
It says what we do, the Mayor's Office of LGBTQ Affairs is dedicated to advancing equity.
Hold on, what?
Equity.
Money.
We know what equity is.
Money, resources, funding.
Yes.
For your sons to have gay sex. I know it sounds harsh, but that's what it is. For your daughters to be a lesbian, to be be with a woman sexually. Go ahead, madam. Go ahead, please.
Equity first.
First. They're making sure that dollars roll in for the LGBTQ community.
Inclusion.
Inclusion. They want to make sure all this gayness get in your sons and daughters' schools.
Yeah.
Their lifestyle, their sodomy, their sexual immoral acts.
If I'm not mistaken,
They want to be included.
If I may, sir, I believe they aren't they partially teaching that in schools now?
If I'm not mistaken, yeah, they put it in the cartoons,
Right.
all of that. Come on.
And listen, it says, and justice for Baltimore's LGBTQIA plus community. We advocate for LGBTQIA. What does the IA stand for?
I'm not sure. They always add something extra.
Plus rights at both the city and state level.
As if they don't. It's like they're not a human unless they have this unless their sexual what's the word I'm looking for?
Deviancy.
Unless their sexual deviancy is on the forefront.
Right.
If their sexual deviancy ain't on the forefront of this so-called right on a local or the state level, then it ain't for them. You have a right to vote just like everybody else. You got a right to marry just like everybody else. Thanks to Obama. What else do you want? What else do you want? This is the man's up. This is your mayor, Brandon Scott. Go ahead.
It says, I'm gonna start this over. We advocate for the LGBTQIA plus rights at both the city and state levels, working with elected officials, agencies, and community partners to ensure policies reflect the needs and voices of our diverse community.
Well, listen, you don't need help for these gay men to put their rod into another man. How much help do you need? How much? If I'm too vulgar, let me know, Madame.
Right.
How much help do you need for for these lesbians to be looking on another woman? How much help do you need from the city and the state for this to go down? But I know them city schools need money though.
Right.
How many summers do they are they talking about? Or they need air conditioning?
They need days off.
Oh, they need
days off because they ain't got no AC, they ain't got no heat, and things like that. And think about it, right? We listen to this
Waste of money
after year after year. How long we've been talking about how the Pimlico racetrack was supposed to support that Park Heights and Belvedere community and build all of those black businesses up that was in that community. That's what that money was supposed to be for. We have yet to see that happen. You understand? We have yet to see anybody prosper, any blacks, Hispanics prosper in that community from the Pimlico racetrack. Now they're rebuilding. They found all kinds of money to rebuild.
All kinds of money, y'all.
You understand what I'm saying? And this is what destroys us as a people, right? Because we sit and we hear articles like this of other communities of people that get free handouts when the majority of the people
they said equity first.
Equity giving money first. And they've been talking about giving the black community in Baltimore, period, money, and we've never seen it. But they put out all kinds of commercials. They put out all kinds of ads. They talk about, think about this, right? Agencies and community partner to ensure policies reflect the needs and voices of our diverse community. We have yet to see any of this until now. We have yet to see any of this stuff go into effect just for black communities.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be from the LGBTQ community to see any kind of effect on anything. You understand? And then you basically really, their community is in particular places. St. Paul Street has always been the LGBTQ community. Right there, starting from what is that? North Avenue on down, back down towards
Charles Village.
Charles Village, that whole area. That's always been the LGBTQ community. You understand? They have their own tight little knit communities. And when they start calling for acts like this means that they're trying to give certain monies to certain communities. Again, you have schools in Baltimore City that don't have heating, that don't have air conditioning.
Brandon Scott gonna make sure they know about the gays though.
Yeah.
They're gonna make sure the gays get everything they need. LGBT. Let's get a little bit more because it's a lot on this in this office here.
It says we help.
This is your tax dollars. Go ahead.
We help ensure Baltimore complies with local, state, and federal laws that protect LGBTQ
Which already did. Which already did.
Plus residents, collaborating with equity,
More money.
and compliance officers to promote fair treatment, prevent discrimination, and uphold human rights.
I mean, what are we even talking about? That's already in the law. That's
right.
civil rights. I mean, what are you even talking about?
Listen, but just what you just said. Listen to what you just said. That's civil rights.
Right.
That goes to show you that we don't have civil rights.
Come on.
When you have to create a law that says we're going to uphold civil rights, that means you're not receiving civil rights. You understand? You can only receive civil rights from a people that are civil.
Now, I want to see the legislation and the office that's supporting blacks and Hispanics, like you supporting these homosexuals. Mayor Brandon Scott.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says our office connects LGBTQIA and individuals to vital city services and programs while advocating for initiatives that improve their overall quality of life.
They want to make sure the homosexuals have the best life possible. Comfortable. Go ahead.
We also host events that celebrate and empower the community and provide cultural competency training across city agencies, especially in the public safety, to foster a safer, more inclusive Baltimore.
This ain't gonna make Baltimore safer at all.
Not at all.
They pretending like homosexuals is under attack and they getting gunned down in the street because they're homosexual. They getting, like this victim. They being painted as a victim.
Right.
Well, you got the same rights as everybody else. You just want to put the gay label on there.
Right.
Okay.
This is what I don't understand though, right?
And the hell with that including that society within our community. It needs to be absolutely separate. And the Lord requires that from us. Go ahead, please.
Somebody tell me.
Your mic on. Let's bring your mic in, son.
I need somebody to tell me, when is the last time you heard something happening to an LGBTQ person in Baltimore?
Because of their
sexuality. You understand? Because we do know LGBTQ people fight all day long, especially in those bars that they go to. But we talking about a straight person on an LGBTQ. Because we know that if anything like that happens, you're gonna see all the cameras, you're gonna see all the lights, all of the focus is gonna be on that for weeks until something happens. Just like what was that? That was some years ago though, when they did that whole thing on the LGBTQ person that got beat up.
Yeah, they'll magnify one particular incident.
Right.
Like this is a normal thing.
Right.
They're not getting drugged. They ain't getting shot in the back.
Right.
Because they gay. They're getting shot in the back because they black.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They're getting choked out because they black.
Yep.
You understand? They ain't got nothing to do with your sexuality or what have you.
That was heavy too, Cap, because I ain't never seen nobody say he got choked out because he was LGBTQ.
Right. 100%.
You know what I mean? Or he was locked up because he was LGBTQ.
And at the end of this, it says their mission or our mission, it says here,
right,
is to create a city where every LGBTQIA person feels seen. One second. Hey, look. Long cry. Hey, I'm teaching the class out. That's right. It said a person feels seen, supported, and valued.
Right.
It should be devalued.
Right.
They shouldn't be seen it. What do they call it in the closet, right? Go back in the damn closet.
Right.
Because you're a goddamn weirdo. You really need to get fixed. That's the problem. You need to get fixed. They have a mental disorder. They're supporting this rhetoric.
Right.
I saw this. I mean, what are we doing? And he's spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, to make sure a man's ride goes into another man's behind.
Right.
They making sure of it. They're making sure of it, my thumb. Salagi, if I'm being too.
No,
you let me know.
No.
And then they spending your money to make sure this happens. But I'm sitting down with a goddamn city councilman. And we ain't got money for this.
Yep.
We ain't got money for the street. The city's broke.
All of that building they doing down by the water, down Fells Point and down by Canton and stuff like that. All of that building they got money when it comes to their people.
100%.
They got money when it comes to the LGBTQ.
100%.
When it comes to,
did they have a thing at Fruit Hill Park? I saw all the tents and the flags and what have you.
I'm pretty sure.
I think it was this last weekend.
Well, it's all month, so they celebrate.
They celebrating all month with this gayness, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, they celebrate all month with this. You understand? And when it comes to them, just like we said, when it comes to them,
they don't treat Black History Month like this.
They find ways and they find resources. And just like
they got a reserve. Equity is what they said. They said equity up. They getting fancy with it.
Our tax dollars is what goes towards them feeling comfortable and feeling protected. You understand? When our brothers and sisters are out on these streets being unalive, like wildfire.
And when we say our brothers and sisters, right, we talking about all Black people.
Right.
I'm not saying all straight Black people. I mean, man, Brandon Scott and this community is putting a difference between the two.
Right.
You got to get your mind right. You got to get help, from what happened to you as a child. You're psychologically screwed up in the head, man. Let's get some more.
Yeah. That was it.
You're psychologically screwed up on what America's been feeding you. The society, this Asian society, Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt. We got to be separate from this madness, man.
Yeah.
You want to drop that?
Yeah. Look, they got government's application submission assistance.
Yeah,
they getting government jobs and all this kind of stuff. Listen, this.
They got a whole DEI for the gays.
This is a fast track to some of the best jobs. And I think about this, right? We're talking about government jobs that they get fast tracked to, right? And then all of a sudden, you see, we be wondering how all of these LGBTQ people getting in all of these government seats and making all of these government laws. Once they get themselves up into these positions of power, you see they make ways for their community of people. You understand?
And also they act like they wasn't eligible.
Right.
Like somebody stopping some gay person from getting in the office.
The struggle,
you're like, come on, man.
The struggle is with Black people, period.
Yeah.
The struggle is with Hispanic people, period. The struggle is with natives, period. You understand? The struggle is with the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and natives. Nobody's struggling more than the other person. We all in the same struggle. You understand? And we the only people that are in that struggle. Asians are not in that struggle. Arabs are not in that struggle. You understand? Africans are not in that struggle. We got to start looking towards our own people. We got to start coming together. You understand? Again, Zephaniah 2:1, gather yourself together. The people who other nations of people hate. You got something else, sir?
We're gonna drop that, but that came across the feed. I couldn't. That's your local news for the day.
Yeah.
I want to go into let me see if I can get an article on it though.
Did you see that message?
It was a direct message
I think so.
on the comment board.
No.
No, I didn't get it. What's up? You got something down?
I don't know.
No sweat. But of course, y'all probably seen this in y'all feed. The UFC, another commercial event over there at the White House, my thumb.
Right.
That and look, I saw all the red, the suits and the ties, and the penny loafers and the businessmen. These is no different than your hillbillies down south having a backyard rumble.
Right.
Having your backyard rumble or what have you was no different. You understand? And this is your they had a White House Mandingo fight. That's what it was.
Who?
They had a
Say
White
that
House
again?
Mandingo fight. That's what it's called.
White
When they
House.
took the slaves and made them
Oh,
fight
okay.
each other. You understand? This is their culture. This is the way you know.
Right.
They are a low IQ, low class, even behind those suits and ties, and they had a backyard rumble. They had a fight club in the highest office in the United States, my dog.
Listen, it's showing everybody the incompetency of the American government. You understand? The veil has always been over our face. We've always thought democracy was a great thing. You understand? We're actually seeing what real democracy is. You understand? And this is the buffoonery. What was the movie? Remember The Birth of a Nation, the original Birth of a Nation, right? The original Birth of a Nation showed they had a guy speaking, and he said, if blacks took over, this is what our city government would look like. Well, look who's in control right now, and look at the buffoonery that's going on right now. You understand? A backyard brawl at the White House. You understand? Oh, Shalom, Lord Christ.
Lord Christ,
Just
Lord
sent the
Christ.
message. Oh,
Lord
I'm
Christ,
looking at something bad. You know, but a backyard brawl at the White House. And like I said, the birth of a nation made it seem as though if black people took over, this government would be destroyed. Remember how they showed the black people picking their toes in right there in the Senate, and showed them eating watermelon and chicken right there. You understand? Making it seem like we were incompetent. But look at what's going on at the White House. Look at what's going on in the Senate. Think about this, right? You're giving a non-stated, statehooded country, so-called country, resources beyond resources. The very same country that spies on America. I'm speaking of Israel. This country is spying on America. They are, what do they call it when you try to trip somebody up? You understand? Undercover.
You're talking about informant. An informant?
Well, they are like an informant. You understand? Because they pass America's they found out that they was passing America's secrets to other foreign countries.
You talking about a double agent?
Yeah, but a double agent, but they call
espionage.
Espionage, tripping up. They play like they your ally, but they could care less about what happens to you. It's all about them. This is Israel. But this is the buffoonery, because they basically bought the whole American government to the point where they're forcing America into a war with Iran that America doesn't. And think about it, right? I want to say about 87% of America does not want to be in this war. but the 13%. And think about this. The 200th of a 10th% have forced us into it. I'm speaking of the American government, the people who were bought by AIPAC, the lobbyists, the Jewish lobbyists have paid to do just what's going on right now. Benjamin Netanyahu, they got a cut of him saying, "Don't worry about the American government. I control them." How do you do that? You understand? How do you do that? If something doesn't go your way, he jumps on a plane immediately and comes to America.
Yeah, they doing whatever the hell they want. They trying to make it appear like they were on each other's side, and
right.
Trump doing one thing, Benjamin Netanyahu doing a whole nother thing.
Right.
They every 2 days. Oh, we drove up a new peace talk and a new deal. We're real close. You know how you talk. We're real close. We're so close. We're so close to a new deal. Iran is doing it, and then here you go. The Israeli bombing Lebanon.
Right.
Bombing. Whatever. He just getting into it over there without and that is holding up signing those deals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's holding up signing those peace agreements and those ceasefires because the Israelis is not on board with peace.
Right.
They on board with taking over the entire region. You understand? That's the whole spill. But until we get back into that war, that UFC fight. I sent your article.
Yep.
Let's get this here.
Josh Hokett. Yo, this is a backyard brawl right here. This is two hillbillies fighting out in the backyard. Then at the end they let him speak and say what he wanted to say. Dana White,
just a redneck.
Listen,
Rednecks.
the real true colors of these oppressors. Listen, the Bible says what, right? It says, "For like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness." When Dana White first came out, especially before the UFC, right? Everybody enjoyed them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say like, but we enjoyed what he was doing.
Even though he was a wife beater.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He was a wife beater. There's a whole lot of wicked things.
Right.
But we're gonna draw the line at this though, right?
Okay. Yeah. right. But for like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Eventually, the true nature of the beast shows through. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? And everybody's really now getting to see Dana White's true intentions, his true feelings. You understand? That wife beating thing, it just wasn't by happenstance. It wasn't a mistake. This is a part of them. You ever see that series that came out a few years back, Boardwalk Empire? Beating on women was a part of their culture. It's a part of their culture, what they do. You understand what I'm saying? Sodomy is a part of what they do. You understand? Backyard brawls is what they do. You understand? They make everything negative seem like this is what we do. When in fact, if our people do it, it's because we get it from them. We pick up the customs and culture of the people that you're around all the time. You understand? When you begin to respect them to a certain extent, you pick up their nature. You understand? You are of your father, the devil. When you love the oppressor, you become the oppressor. Just like you said, as a country of people, as a community or as a nation of people inside being suppressed by a nation of people. You understand? We pick up the spirit of America. This is the reason why they train us at young ages to pledge our allegiance. You understand? To a flag, to another country. You understand? To give our allegiance, to pull our allegiance away from our people into another country. This is the reason why you got black people fighting for Democrats and Republicans. You understand? Trying to make sense of why we are. You understand? Because we're picking up the customs and culture of a Dana White. You understand?
Right.
Because we're picking up the customs and culture of a Donald Trump. You understand? Because we love the spirit of America. You understand? Remember how we talked about how we love our team so much that we wear their colors on our sleeve? It's the same thing with America. As you begin to love America, you begin to pick up the customs and culture of America. You begin to pick up the LGBTQ AI, whatever plus community. You understand what I'm saying? We begin to pick up the wife beater. We begin to become those people. Think about this, right? In the 50s and 60s, our marriage rate was 87% amongst Black people. You understand? Their marriage rate was in the garbage can. You understand? They didn't believe in that. You understand? The tables have been turned, not because of we don't want to do it, but because of the position and the conditions that have been created by the oppressor. So now we're living in the spirit of America. We have become that Dana White, that Donald Trump, that Hillary Clinton, that Bill Clinton. You understand? We have taken on the customs and culture of America. I yield, sir.
Let's get a little bit of this article here.
All right, it says, is this Josh Hockett disparages Michelle Obama at UFC White House event. After winning the biggest fight of his career Sunday night on the South Lawn of the White House, UFC heavyweight Josh Hockett targeted an unexpected person in his post-fight interview, former First Lady Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama is a man, Hockett said. Am I right, America? Listen. Whenever our oppressor can put us or make us be a villain, you understand, as such as he is, they take any opportunity, even if it's a fight at the White House lawn.
Right.
They'll take any opportunity. And if you saw the clip, right, you saw the big smile on Dana White's face. Like, this is a game to them. To shame us is a game. You understand? And we have to understand that we got to stop falling for all the shenanigans, run into the polls to allow a Donald Trump. And I'm not saying that we allowed him into the White House. He would have got in one way or another.
But we believe in this system.
But we believe in the system and to be supporters of it. You understand what I'm saying? Again, you falling into that Democrat and Republican and everybody pointing the finger at everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Black women pointing at men. Black men ain't voted. Black men would have voted, blah, blah, blah. You understand? And it wouldn't have been no kind of change at all. We should all, Flocky, go ahead, sir.
You good.
We should all move away from voting, period. And we should take ourselves away. Listen, it's not hard. It's not hard to live in a place but not be of that place. You understand what I'm saying?
Let's get some more of this. Let's pass it.
Oh, okay, my
but I did want to add something though.
Go ahead, add it. Go ahead, sir.
You know, when you look at this redneck kid, that's the real face of America. Don't get distracted by the suits and the ties and the political theatrics, the news shows.
Right.
That hillbilly up there with, you know, with I think he had an American flag on, right? On his head.
Yeah.
That's the face of, you know, the oppressor.
Yeah. White,
racist, redneck. You understand? Just in another uniform. But that's Donald Trump. That's your J.D. Vance and Biden and Obama.
Right.
They just put it on display for you here.
Let's see if somebody make him apologize.
Yeah, let's see if somebody he got to go to the black community and apologize and take what they have what's his name the ball player Kyrie Irving. He got to go to the black. You got to go to NAACP and take a course and sit down with the black leadership and
Right. And then he got
man.
then you got to give up $500,000.
At that, right.
It says reaction from spectators on the South Lawn was largely shocked silence. On the ellipse, where tens of thousands of people gathered for a UFC Freedom 250 watch party. His disparaging comment about Obama drew mixed reactions. There were some cheers and some equally quizzical looks at what the heavyweight had just said. Before his comments about Obama, Hockett gave President Donald Trump a chain and praised him, then called out UFC heavyweight Alex, Pereira, who also fought on the card. UFC president and CEO Dana White condemned Hockett post-fight statement in a text message to Time Magazine, a response the UFC then referred to when asked for comment.
Right. And from where's the HR rollout? Where's the PR rollout? You know what I mean? Go ahead.
I understand that the Obamas are public figures, but I'm completely against saying nasty and false things about people's families.
You don't believe that's a PR. That's a PR statement.
Right.
HR wrote that. He did because he smirked.
Yeah.
He laughed.
He laughed. Yeah.
That was his real reaction.
Right.
You understand?
White told Time in the text message.
So like, go ahead.
If I could, I feel like saying something like that. Can we blame like Kevin Hart for that? Like after the Kevin Hart roast, when it was so relevant and a good time. Well, yeah, it was
a welcome statement. This was a welcome statement at the White. This one ain't a roast event.
Right.
At the White House with the president, another elected high official elected. Was you done? This ain't a roast. This is just like you with your people. He felt so comfortable to say that the former first lady was a man.
But think about this too, right? What better stage to do that on?
Right.
You understand? Because think about this. You got people who wanted to see the fight. You had people that was watching it to see the stupidity. And then you got people watching it to see what would happen at the end. You understand? So you had a large majority of people just for different reasons watching that, and then they all got to hear that. You understand what I'm saying? And like I said, what better moment than a controversial moment of a fight on the White House lawn?
Right.
You understand? It's just like that. Remember the Super Bowl? What's his name? What's the one that was beefing with Drake all the time that did the Super Bowl?
Kendrick Lamar,
right? How did they boost the ratings in that Super Bowl before the Super Bowl? They used a lie. Do you know what the lie was?
What was that?
Drake said he pressing charges if he sang that song.
All right, okay.
So everybody wanted to watch, even people who didn't want to see the Super Bowl wanted to see the halftime to see if he sung that song.
Yeah,
that's what boosted the ratings. Well,
they capitalized off of messiness.
Right. They boost the ratings off of lies. The White House lawn, right?
And listen, Donald Trump saying it was the celebration of the 250 years or what have you.
Right.
That was his birthday party. That was his birthday party.
His 80th birthday party. You know what I mean? And it just happened to fall into the 250th. Oh no, this is just with the 250th. You understand? You mean to tell me y'all couldn't have did this on the 200th anniversary? Could have did it on the 150th anniversary, right? We picked 250. You know what I mean? Hey, listen. This is America falling apart at the seams. You understand? This is the fall. What we watching right now. Listen, this is going to be one of those moments about 40 years from now. Everybody will be like, yo, where were you at when this happened? You understand what I'm saying? Remember when that happened right there? You understand? This is the fall apart of an empire. Think about it, right?
Babylon's fall.
How often do you get, and I'm not going to say incompetent, right?
Arrogance.
But how often do you get a president with that much arrogance?
Right.
A vice president of stupidity. Then you get somebody like a Marco Rubio, who's a fool too, because he sold his own people out in Venezuela. Because of, think about it, right?
His entire cabinet is full of idiots.
Idiots. You understand what I'm saying? Never in the history.
Robert Kennedy, right?
Right. Never in the history of America has a whole cabinet been full of buffoons. Not buffoons that we know of buffoons, but people who are incompetent buffoons, unqualified to lie properly. You understand what I'm saying? This is all culminating because this is how the Most High created this to be. All the things like this just don't happen just by happenstance. You understand? Like I said, we watching the fall of an empire right now, and they're trying to hold it together with patches and glue. You understand what I'm saying? And it's falling apart at the seams. Everybody's starting to be at everybody's throat now. You understand? All of the dirt, just like who knew that, and now this is one of our people, Jasmine Crockett was already bought by APAC. That came out a couple of weeks ago. She sold out one of her own people for another APAC person to become, I think it was one of those seats that was down in Texas. That was one. She supported somebody, another APAC. You understand? In the spirit, when you're in the spirit of America, as America fall, you fall too. Understand?
I got a video.
Oh,
of the devil.
Right. He almost looked like Macho Man.
Yeah, I got that.
See, he's a fool too.
But yeah, man, there you have it. That is the real face of America,
right?
And he couldn't help himself but to say something racist. He had to. He at home, with his cousins,
and he just
the backyard brawl, in the backyard, madame.
Yeah,
he with his cousin. He feel free and happy like they always do when they together. And of course, so he felt comfortable. Man, I'm home on the biggest stage.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say something racist.
I guess it's
let me attack the first lady.
Stage don't get no bigger than that.
Yeah, he couldn't help it. He had no sense of I'm at a loss for words. I can't even get my words straight out. You put in a setting like.
He had no sense of coof.
No sense of cool. You know, you get put in this setting,
right?
You trying to be on your best behavior,
right?
All that he ain't like they in the backyard of they cousin crib. Did I send you something?
Which one?
Did it here? It's off. Want me to play it again?
Are we frozen? You said it's frozen?
No, I can send it to you. But that's on something. That's on shorts. But it's on there. Go if you see it on. It's like it's two different ones. It's on landscape.
Oh, he got to go.
And it's on the phone. Yeah, you got to go to the
wide screen. Yeah.
God. But yeah, man, that's that though. Anything else you wanted to bring up?
Nah, sir.
But time's sake. Yeah, man.
White man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right. And of course, Iran is still going down, of course, and they can't get a deal done because the Israelis don't want to get a deal done. They want to keep fighting and taking over and unaliving people. Right. And your daddy, Donald Trump, don't got a backbone. Okay, he don't got a backbone. So it's gonna, we'll see what the news, says this week. I'm sure it will be another press conference. Oh, we reached a deal and we're so close to signing. I guarantee you're gonna hear that this week. You might hear it tomorrow.
So close.
Yeah, over the weekend we talked to Iran, and matter of fact, I mean, this morning
It's beautiful.
I opened up TikTok. Oh, they reached the deal. 8 hours later, oh, Israelis bomb XYZ, some new country,
Yep.
new territory. The deal is off. I mean, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah, this is the One West News Desk. This is Israelite School of UPK, started One West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York. Undocumented how I've been teaching this since 1969. The so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are in fact the true biblical Jews of the Bible. I'm your host, Captain Saparia, with
Officer Mathum.
and this is the One West News Desk. We see you back here live at the UPK. You understand? Shalom.
Right.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're One West. They're One West. They're One West. They're